Hello students, welcome to Rathods IAS Academy. Recently, Ministry of Environment, Forest and Climate Change announced that we are going to establish one dedicated institution called as National Center for Coral Research and Restoration in Andaman and Nicobar Islands. So this will become India's main institution which will be focusing on coral research and as well as restoration, conservation and to increase marine biodiversity. And this topic is very important from your environment and ecology and as well as disaster management and from geography point of view. You may get prelims and as well as mains question from this area. So now let us see where this is going to be established. If you see the map of India, so here we have our Andaman and Nicobar Islands. If you see this Andaman and Nicobar Islands in detail, here we have North Andaman, below that we have Middle Andaman and we have Lower Andaman and next one is Little Andaman. And here we will be having 10 degrees channel which will divide Andaman with Nicobar Islands. And in this Nicobar Islands, upper part is called as Car Nicobar and next one is Little Nicobar and next one is Greater Nicobar. UPSC already asked question regarding map of arrangement of these islands from north to south or south to north. So this kind of questions you can expect from the map. So if you're seeing any topics like this in the news which is related to the map, please open your atlas and see clearly the locations case because there is a very high tendency of asking questions. And now the big question is why this Andaman and Nicobar had been selected? What are the reasons behind it? So if you see the reasons, actually this Andaman and Nicobar, we can see very huge coral islands here and we have very great extent of corals and here we can see around 60 to 70% of coral biodiversity here and especially we can see hard and as well as soft corals here. And if you see the location of this Andaman and Nicobar, they are located in this Bay of Bengal region. Because of this, what happens? They are very much vulnerable to this climate change. Because of this reason, yes, we are going to establish this center. Now it is going to have complete focus on coral conservation. And as you all know that from last 25 years, more than 8 times this coral bleaching events happened in this region. That led to mass coral bleaching. And not only that, this region is very much famous for tourism as well. For example, Havoc Island, Neil Island, they are famous for sustainable tourism. And if these corals are getting affected, obviously our tourism related economy will be getting affected. And you all know that corals are called as rainforest of ocean. That means we can see very rich biodiversity there. And these corals are very important for fishing industries. So if these corals are not protected, obviously the income that we are going to get from these fisheries will be also getting affected. And this Andaman and Nicobar Islands, they are located in this strategically very important geographic location. So because of this, if you are having this kind of center, we can understand how this coral bleaching is happening and acidification of ocean and as well as increasing of sea level, and even we can monitor climate change clearly and how it is going to have impact on our Indian monsoons. For example, El Nino and La Nina we can also study, guys. So because of all these reasons, now our government of India selected this Andaman Nicobar as a right location to establish this institution. And if you see what are the advantages we are going to get, before seeing these advantages, we have to see what are the objectives of this institution. The first important objective is long-term coral restoration. And next one is we are going for coral breeding. And as well as we are going to build artificial coral reefs in that area and even larva seeding and constant monitoring on sea level and as well as ocean acidification. So these are the main objectives. And because of this kind of institutions, what are the advantages we are going to get? The first important advantage here is we can conserve these corals, we can restore these corals, and we can prevent this kind of events like coral mass bleaching, mass events. And next one here is we can improve our early warning systems and even we can properly monitor our carbon dioxide levels, pollution, etc. in this region. In the long run, especially, we can improve our tourism sector and we can boost our economy. So these are the overall advantages of this event. And now the questions will come both in your prelims and as well as mains. So in mains, you will be getting questions directly regarding what are these coral reefs or what are this coral bleaching, what are the important factors which led to this coral bleaching. Or else you can directly get question in this because it is the first of all main institution of our government of India which will completely focus on coral conservation. So they make you directly the statement and they may ask you to comment on this institution, or else they may ask about advantages or measures. So you have to be ready to answer any type of question which comes from this coral reefs case. And now I'll show you one prelims based question. Please try to answer that and try to give the answer in the comment box case. I will read out the question now. Look at the question. With reference to the recently announced National Center for Coral Reef Research and Restoration, consider the following statements. And if you see the first statement, it says, it is India's first dedicated national level institution exclusively for coral reef research and restoration. And next one is, it is proposed to be established in Andaman and Nicobar Islands. And third statement is, the center will be jointly managed by Geological Survey of India and Wildlife Institute of India. Which of the statements given below or given above are right? Option 1 is 1 only, option B is 1 and 2 only, and option C is 2 and 3 only, and D is 1, 2 and 3. Try to give your answer in the comment box. If you have any suggestions regarding this kind of sessions, please do drop your suggestions in the comment box. Don't forget, guys. And I wish you all the best. Thank you so much, guys. And do subscribe to Rathods IAS Academy. If you like this video, please do hit the like button. Thank you, guys.